everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Leo from Triple H Coaching, as usual. Wanted to talk a little bit more about this self-love challenge that I issued you earlier this week. So if you didn't see the video, we're partnering with Motivate Me magazine for their Challenge Yourself month. And this week I wanted to challenge you to do something purely for yourself, at least 1 hour a week. And I had a few questions come back to me about that and why you would spend so much time on yourself versus others. Can't you get the same satisfaction and gratification and self-love for being a good person and helping other people, for being giving? And yes, there's certainly some gratification and value in helping others, but the important thing to remember is you can't help other people if you're not at your best. You're not going to give them your best. If you're exhausted, if you're not really with it, if you're drained, you're not going to really help others. And I had a really good analogy this week on the Model Health Show podcast, and he was talking back about some previous interviews he'd done, and an analogy that had come to him. And apologies, I don't remember the name of the original source of this, but he talked about giving from your overflow. And this concept is that you're only able to really properly give to others when you're full with yourself, when you're full of love for yourself, when you're full of energy and health and at your peak. So there's a great analogy that he mentioned, and it's like giving from your saucer if you're a teacup and saucer. And I really like this, and so I wanted to expand on this a little bit more. So imagine yourself as a teacup, and you're sitting on a saucer, so you've got a teacup, teacup on a saucer, and that teacup, you pour in love, and you're very welcome to give out as much of that love as you want. There's an endless supply, but you can only give it from the saucer. You can't give it from the teacup. So other people can only take from the saucer on the bottom, but you can only pour the love in through the teacup. So there's two ways that you can give to others. You can pick up the teacup and you can pour some love into the saucer. The others can then take from that saucer. So you take out from the teacup yourself and give to others. There's a problem with that. The teacup gets emptier, so you're running out of yourself, you're draining yourself to give to others, and that teacup is very fragile. And every time you have to pick it up to give of yourself to others, it cracks a little. Now, one or two cracks, and some cracks are fine. In fact, they can help you understand yourself better. But there will come a point where you have so many cracks that the tea just leaks out into the saucer constantly and never ever fills up, and you crumble. The alternative way to do it is to fill the teacup all the way to the top and then let it overflow into the saucer. So you never have to pick it up, you never crack, you always put yourself first in a positive way, give of yourself when you are at your best. And that way there's an endless supply for everybody. You gain no cracks and you are full of warmth and love. And I just love that analogy. So give to yourself first. Fill that teacup right the way up and then let it overflow to other people. But if you're giving of yourself by lifting that teacup and cracking it constantly, it's only going to be a matter of time before you're going to need to do some serious repair work. And that means you can't give to others at all during that time, because the tea's just leaking all over the place. So yeah, it's an extended metaphor, but think about it, truly. How can you get yourself to the point where your teacup is so full of self-love and so feeling so good that you can give to others without danger? Have a great rest of your day, and I will speak to you later in the week. We've got an amazing Success Sunday coming up this week, a really interesting character. I'm not going to give away the surprises, but well worth a listen. And today is Friday, so if you are free between 1 and 2 p.m. UK time, tune into Cam Glen Radio online. They also have an archive if you miss it, and you might hear a familiar voice on their show talking about the previous book and my life, and the upcoming book as well. Have a great weekend, those of you that get the weekend off, and I will speak to you later. Take care. Bye bye.